Hey guys, what's up? What's going on out there today? Hey, it's Brent Abel here, webtennis.com. Another episode of the Tennis Mindset Project. And the title of today's short little episode is Three Things the Top Players Really Hope You Don't Do uh, if you're playing them in singles and or doubles. This is probably more for singles, but it works just as effectively in doubles as well. And look, guys, if you haven't already done so, I want you to get on my email list. The reason is for two reasons. Number one is I've got a short course, 20-minute video course for you that talks about the 80-20 reality, which is 80% of the match when we're on the court is spent between points or on side changes. And a lot of players do not manage that 80% well. And that's one of the reasons they have such a big, wide swing in skill level range, meaning 1 or 2 points they play pretty well, and then the next 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or whatever the number is, they don't play so great, right? And so really where that stems from is not managing the 80% of the match, which is not playing points. When you do that, you tend to play at the top of your skill level over and over and over again during the 20% of the match, which is actually playing points. You can get that free video. It's down below when we're done today. Just go on down below. There's a link that will take you over to webtennis.com. Drop in a first name and email address, and you'll get access to that course. You'll get on my email list. And then the other reason to be on the email list is, I only really let players on my email list know about certain courses I've got or whatever, maybe some specials, and so that's another reason to get on there as well. All right, guys, look, 3 things the top players really hope you don't do. Number 1 is going to be that you're not the first player during the point to kind of panic and go low percentage with the shot choice. What they hope you do is that. What they hope you don't do is continue to go shot choice high percentage and force them to be the first player in the point to go low percentage, because they finally get impatient, and that's when a lot of unforced errors start to happen. Are they going to hit a few winners now and then? Of course they will. That's okay. You'll take that, because the majority of the time they're going to go low percentage, either set you up with something fat and juicy, and or they're going to make an unforced error. Number 2 is take your time between points. I just mentioned the 4 parts between points routine that I want to give you. One of the things you really want to make sure that you're doing between points is not rushing through and getting them into a rhythm. You want to maximize the amount of time that you take between points to get them thinking, to get them out of any rhythm. Obviously, you have to do this within the rules of the game, but right now the rules say that you get 25 seconds between points. If you're the server, you can certainly maximize that time, right? If you're the returner, okay, well, just take your time getting set up. You're supposed to go with the server's cadence, right? In terms of starting the point. Doesn't mean that you can't walk over slowly to pick up a ball, play it back to them, give them that third ball if that's what it is, and then maximize the time when you're returning serve. And then the third thing is, what they really hope you don't do is that you show up on that day far and away the fittest between the two of you on the court. Right? What they don't want to be thinking in the back of their mind is that, number 1, hey, you're going high percentage on all your shot. Hey, you're taking your time between points. Hey, you've showed up at this match far and away being the fittest guy. Meaning that if you have to go for a 3+ hour grinder today to get the W, then you're more than willing to do that. Now look, all of those things are basically controllables, right? Shot choice is you could go high percentage. What does high percentage mean? Well, it basically means going back cross court with shot choice, right? It means basically not changing the angle and going up the line too early in the point, even if it feels like you've got an opening, because man, you're sort of flirting with the sideline over there as you go up the line. If you're a hair late, it goes wide, but you got the highest part of the net. So high percentage also meaning that you're got a nice, safe target above the top of the net. You're not trying to drill it through a little, 6-inch opening above the top of the net, so that you're going high percentage. And look, all of those things add up to at least 3 of the things that the top players really hope you don't do. And so make sure that you are using those as controllables. Mentioned the first one, right? I mean, the second one, definitely controllable in terms of taking your time between points, maximizing the amount of time between points within the rules of the game. That's a controllable. And the third thing, the fittest, being the fit, far and away the fittest guy, that's a controllable. That's something you need to work on, right? If you're not, man, get to it, because it's a difference maker. There are lots of times when that guy over there has got beautiful strokes, better than yours. He's got whatever. He's got a better ranking, got better wins. But the one of the things they hope is that you can't outlast them. Could be a hot, sweaty day, right? And you've just shown up. You're just a beast in terms of fitness. And you can outwork this guy for the 3+ hour grinder if you need to. And even if you don't get the W on that day, it's still satisfying because you know the guy the next day is going to be hurting for certain, whatever next round they're going to play. So anyway, those are three things that you ought to be able to take control of. And the top players, I'm telling you, they really hope you do not do. Guys, hope this has been helpful today. Any comments, any questions, any remarks down below in the comments area, let me know. You can certainly, if you want to keep the conversation private, just shoot me an email, brent@webtennis.com. We can keep the conversation going that way private if you prefer that. And as always, look, guys, it's time. We got to get out there. We got to help someone else have a spectacular day. Guys, see you again next time.